Bit fishy. Bit fishy, eh? Yes. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't work. I'm just sitting here watching the Olympics, the swimming finals at the moment. I'm down in Melbourne again, about to do another stealth camp because Camping Rules OK, check out his page below, has suggested doing an unplanned camp. So we're going to do a camp unplanned. Anyway, there's a fair few people sitting there, so I am going to find somewhere to cook. And there's actually a cafe right here where I can still see the screen. So maybe I could just set up and cook in a cafe when it's closed. If I go right down the end here, I can set up a table, still see the screen, and cook some dinner. This is a perfect little spot I've found here. I don't know why I don't do this more often. I always find some weird place to go and cook when I can just go to a cafe that's closed, use their tables, and especially here, I've got this massive screen that I can watch the Olympics on. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I've decided that I'll put a little bit more effort than other times. I'm going to have a, what would you call it, a Thai yellow curry, which is a pretty mild curry. We have a small can of coconut milk, some veggies, some more veggies that require less cooking. Let's hear that sizzle. Ah, it's burning already. Jesus. They've now gone to the long jump. I don't know what is a good distance. It's just like, oh wow, 7 meters. Is that good? I don't know. I only watch this sort of stuff every 4 years, so I have to keep taking it off because it's going to burn. It cooks really fast. It's like a rocket. So we'll add those. I just realised I probably should have done the rice first because I was going to put the rice in this container. It actually fits perfectly in the container. It's a bit late to do that now. Maybe I'll boil some water and sit it in that like a double boiler. Is that what they call it? Yeah, let's do that. We'll boil some water first. Oh, it floats. They've now jumped to the women's 100 metres. I'm just boiling this water first, but I've got the curry paste, has covered the veggies. Okay, I've made a mess here. I kind of dropped it and spilt water everywhere. This is just water. That's actually probably a good point. When I come and do these things, I probably should bring a little cleaning cloth so I can clean up any mess I make. Okay, I think that's cooked enough. It's a fine line between it being raw and being burnt. So I'll stick that back on. I'll turn it down really low. I'll add a bit of water so it doesn't actually burn. And then I'll add the little can of coconut milk. Oh, I think it's coconut cream. It's really thick. Okay, I'm getting sick of this water that's been spilt on the table, so I'm going to scoot a little bit that way. Guess what I just did? I knocked the table. The table moves. I have no food. Oh God. Oh God. I don't know. I spilt the whole lot. The whole lot. Oh my God, the table's moved. So I bumped the table and the whole thing went over. Oh, I'm going to have to like try to clean this up with my hands and then squirt the last of my water to clean it up. I can't salvage anything. I've got like 2 tablespoons in the pot. I can't, unless I just eat plain rice. Okay. I thought I was doing well this time. I was actually going to cook a decent meal and then I go and do this. So, looks like I'm going to go get a burger again like I did last time. It almost seems like I don't want to eat camp food and I want to go eat burgers instead. Seems like that because I've done that a few times. But I'm just an idiot. That's all it is. Okay, I better clean this up before security comes past and gets angry at me for using their cafe as a kitchen and destroying the kitchen. Oh, yuck. It's all cleaned up now. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna move away from the crime scene. I wish I didn't say that so loud. Somebody just looked up at me. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and have an apple cider and watch the Olympics for a bit. Then I'm going to go find something to eat because I'm starting to get really hungry. Okay, I'm getting really hungry now, so I think we need to go for a walk along Swanston Street and find something to eat. So they're building a new train station here. It's the Metro Tunnel or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, they've been working on it for a while. I don't know when it's going to open. One piece of the barbecue chicken. Okay, I thought there was going to be more places open, but yeah, just having a slice of pizza. Well, that was edible. Not quite as good as a Thai yellow curry, homemade, but you know, take what you get. Damn, that's a packed tram. So the theme of this camp was to go completely unplanned. And I was thinking of all the different ways that I could prove that it was unplanned. I mean, I could just go out and say, oh, I've never been to this spot before, but I've actually planned it before. So I thought, how do I prove that it's completely random? I thought, you know, I could do a flip a coin. You know, flip a coin, do I go this road or that road? Do I get this train or that train? But even that's not random because, you know, if I catch train 1 and I don't want to catch train 1, then I just delete the footage and then flip the coin again. So I thought, yeah, there must be another way. I think I've worked out how to make it truly random and truly a place that I've never camped before. So it's after midnight now and I don't even know what town or suburb I'm going to camp in yet because this is an unplanned camp. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a taxi. G'day mate, are you next in line?
I'm number 1. Yeah.
You're number 1? Yep. I'm looking for a cab just 15 minutes in any direction. Just ignore that. Can you just drive me 15 minutes into any direction?
15 minutes, like, because it's weird, but like, I don't know where to go. When you do the same, you have to keep driving, you know, like, it's not a proper destination.
I don't care where I end up, just, yeah.
Sorry, I can't get you, but it seems very fishy to me.
Okay. Bit fishy. Bit fishy, eh?
Fishy, I know what you're trying to do.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't work. I asked him to drive me 15 minutes in any direction. And he's like, oh yeah, but where do you want to go? You know, he's like, oh, why? What's this in your hand? What are you doing? Asking about the camera. And yeah, he said, no, this is fishy. I don't want to do it. He was really worried. And I can't just go to the next cab and ask them to drive me 15 minutes in any direction, because it's a taxi rank and the first cab is the one you have to use. So I'll wait for somebody to get that cab, and then I'll go ask the next guy whether he's willing to just drive me 15 minutes in any direction. He also said it's going to be $60 because he's just going to drive around in circles for 15 minutes. And I said, no, drive me to a location. I don't know. It's a weird thing to ask, I know. I honestly thought it was going to be a bit easier than that. Okay, I sat there waiting for a while, and I can't get another cab until that cab goes. I've decided I'm just going to start walking in one direction. So I am now walking down Flinders Street, up Flinders Street, because I'm walking up a hill now. And I'm just going to keep walking till I find a place. I'm just thinking about it. Technically, I only had 2 things planned for this trip. 1 was to cook a curry, and 2 was to ask a cab driver to drive me to some random location. And I've managed to fail at both of these things. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to keep walking. I see some scaffolding above me. That's always a good sign. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any way up. That would have been nice though. There's a lot of bushland in here, but there's absolutely no coverage at all. Like, nothing. No, that's a fence. I just found a map. So apparently I am next to Treasury Gardens or something. I'm on Wellington Parade. I'll just keep walking. Oh. There's not much coverage here, but it's dark. Won't be dark when I wake up in the morning. And also this feels like a walking path. Okay, so it's called Wellington Park, I think. I just found a sign. An important notice. So unfortunately, I think this is a dog park, and as you would probably be aware of, dogs are a stealth camper's worst nightmare. So if I slept here overnight, I would probably be woken up with a dog smelling me out. So I wonder what's down there. You know what? I'm going to sit down. I found a park bench, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to look on a map. I'm going to find out what's around me. Otherwise, I'm just going to be walking pointlessly all night. Map, where am I? So I found a bit of bushland that looks like it's got a fair bit of coverage. It's heading back in the direction that I just came from. It looks pretty good, but I thought, oh, you know what? It's probably such a good spot to camp that there'll be homeless people there. So I looked up on Street View, and sure enough, I don't know if you can see this. Whoop. Even in the street view, I can see homeless people, so that's probably not a good sign. But you know what? That's probably going to be my best option, so I'm going to go and do that. I'm just walking along, muttering to myself about the cab driver that thought that I was fishy. Can you believe that? A lot of noise over there. It's not a good sign. I just checked the time. It's 1:30 a.m. And you think I would be rather annoyed walking around at this time of the night with no plans. But you know what? The weather's actually nice. It's winter at the moment and I'm walking, but I'm not sweating or anything because it's nice and cool. And you know what? I'm seeing a part of the city that I've never seen before. So yeah, it's different. And also, like right here, this is what I saw on the map. So it's a little bit of bushland. It's quite sparse, but ow! Just got poked in the eye. I don't know what that is. Some sort of drainage system. And this is the largest seat I have ever seen. Largest park bench I've ever seen. Look at the size of this. It must be about 50 meters long. They just put this giant park bench to cover whatever that drainage thing is. And that's the city. So, I think, I'm just going to check one more spot. I'm thinking I'll go in that bushland back there, but there's a bit of a bridge here, and bridges are always a good sign. And I can hear people yelling down there, which is really concerning. But there's a bridge, so I just want to see if there's a spot under a bridge. Bridges are usually pretty good places, so... Oh, the people yelling are actually on scooters. Oh wait, this looks like a possibility. Oh, too much slope. There's not much coverage here, but the main concern is there is a slope. That's the worst thing. Everything is on a slope. Every time you find a place that you think is good, it's on, yeah, too much of a slope and you can't actually set up a tent. I think they designed things that way. If you've ever been to a botanical gardens or something like that and looked for a place to camp, it's impossible. It's like they design it so people can't sleep in the garden beds. Every time you find a spot and you go, oh, there's a little clearing, they put a big rock there or something. There's always something in the way, or it's on a lean, or yeah, it's designed that way, I believe. I'm basically just going to walk along and find the spot that has the most coverage. Huh. Somebody's dumped a scooter there and it still has its light flashing. I could see the light flashing, I was wondering what it was. So somebody must have dumped that there pretty recently if it's still got power on it, and also because the company hasn't picked it up yet. So I'm not going to camp near that because at some point the company's probably going to come and pick that scooter up. Okay, so this is my spot. It doesn't have the best coverage. Well, it probably has the best coverage out of everywhere in this area. So I've just done a quick syringe check and now I'll set up the bivvy. Oh man, I'm giving away my location by trying to turn the light on. Wait, I know, I'll put it under. There we go. Okay, so I have set up. This is going to be my location for the night. I can't really show you much because there's too many cars and there's actually people walking past, so I better be quiet. Let's hope I actually get some sleep tonight. Good night. Morning. I'm on a slope. That's all I have to say. I'm on a slope. It's only a slight slope, but in between the sleeping bag and the sleeping mat, I slide. Just a little bit. Just when I move. Every time I move, every time I roll over, I move the tiniest little bit, and it is annoying. So yeah, looking at it now, I can see I'm actually on quite a lot of a slope. Last night I didn't notice. So last night's sleep was a little bit broken because of the constant sliding down the hill. And I was completely woken up at 3:40, I think it was. 3:41 when I checked my phone. I was woken up by a truck down there. So the truck had come down to pick up that scooter. Remember the scooter we saw last night? So yeah, sure enough, 3:40 in the morning, they came and picked it up. So those scooters, I think they have like a GPS in them. So when they get lost or the batteries go flat, they go and pick them up and charge them. So I'm just making a cup of tea, one of these tea taric drinks again. And I think this time I won't tip it over. Not like last night. Might just try swirling it. So yeah, it's actually really, really nice here. One thing I didn't realise last night because it was dark, yeah, this is all wattle trees and native trees along here. And I mean, it's winter now, it's just past midwinter. And you know, not much is flowering, but one thing that does flower really early in Australia is the wattle trees, the acacias. And yeah, we're actually surrounded by lots of acacia trees, which are flowering. So yeah, no, it's actually quite nice here. And when there wasn't as much noise on the road down there, all I could hear was the birds. I don't know if you can hear the birds now because I'm going through the microphone. So, but yeah, there's a lot of wattle birds, and I think, well, there we go. I had to stuff it up somehow. I was talking too much. That's okay. It just boiled over and put the gas flame out. So, yeah. I can't get this right, can I? Anything to do with this stove, I can't get right. But yeah, it's actually a really nice spot here. It's going to get worse and worse as that road gets busier. But yeah, no, it's quite nice here. And when I walk back, I'm going to be able to walk back along the river. So that I think that would be a nice walk as well. Anyway, I am going to cool this down a little bit because it's obviously very, very hot. Yeah, and just relax a bit more before start heading that way. I've just finished my cuppa and I've decided that I'm actually going to take my gear out of the bush up onto this concrete area, and then I will pack it all up here. Okay, I am more or less packed up. I'll just check my sight. Make sure there's no rubbish. Beautiful. Leave no trace. Okay, I'm going to start walking along the Yarra now. Looks like a really nice walk. There's already a lot of people out walking or exercising or jogging. I'm not going to jog. That looks like way too much effort. Why would they do that? Ugh. When I was down there talking earlier on, I saw a guy up the top, only 10 meters from where I was. That's the guy, that's the same guy. I just saw him run up the hill. You may have noticed I have my camouflage shoes on. So I would like to thank Camping Rules OK for this challenge. Yeah, it was an interesting one, but to be honest, half the time, I don't know where I'm going to camp anyway, so it's always a bit of a surprise for me. Well, usually, even if I have somewhere planned, I may not
camp there anyway. Great challenge. Thanks for that one, mate. Okay, change of plans. I was going to get something to eat, but I just checked the train timetable, and there's usually a train leaving every hour. However, for some reason, roughly around the time when I want to leave, a train doesn't leave for 2 hours, so I'm not going to wait 2 hours. The next one leaves in about, I think about 12 minutes, so I thought I'd either get that one or wait 2 hours. So I'm just going to go get that one, and I'll have to find something to eat later on. I guess I should probably end the video here. Thanks for watching. We'll see where I go next time. See ya.